When Young and the Restless filmed new episodes was the top question in the minds of fans these days. Most like classic episodes but are excited about the new material and want to know when it will air with the new material. There are many activities going on in the studios. Y&R's Lemon B&B sister soap came back last week for a day of filming, then stopped production again. However, they have returned to work this week. So when will another soap return? What we have heard from our source behind the scenes is that they will be returning to film at the end of the month. It was next week, but we also heard that Y&R sent the script to some actors and they were preparing to film new scenes. We even heard they started testing COVID in the crew. So, who will be the first to return when Young and the Restless make a new movie? The first scenes have Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, that we have heard. That makes sense because he's in a critical moment, knowing only that he killed AJ in Kansas when he was a kid. In addition, Young and the Restless brings Sharon Case as Sharon Newman for important scenes. There are upcoming scenes where Adam eventually hears that Sharon has cancer. So that would be huge and lay the groundwork for some upcoming couple splits. That is all starting at the end of this month. If Young and the Restless reach their goal to continue filming at the end of the month, it will be the end of July or early August when the new episodes air. It often takes weeks for editors to gather soap sets together from what is recorded. But, they will probably work faster now. Brad Bell, B&B host, promised that they would run to the ground and reduce the broadcast time. We should expect Young and the Restless to do the same. While some fans really enjoy watching classic episodes, the outlook for the ratings doesn't promise. And once fans get rid of the habit of watching Young and the Restless daily, they may not return. So the heat was back to work and new episodes of Y&R aired. The third actor we heard of returned was Joshua Morrow, aka Nick Newman. He will have a scene with Sharon and Adam. Fingers flick through, CBS will be open from June 29th to July 3rd. However, it's on the weekend, so there's a chance Young and the Restless won't come back until the first week of July. But, we hope to have some news for you soon. Our source works behind the scenes at CBS during the day and has fed us crew members in manufacturing, editing and other parts that have taken COVID tests and are returning to work at Young and the Restless and other products. Until the rest of the cast returns, it won't all happen right away. Older actors and people with underlying medical concerns should be the last to return to Young and the Restless to film new episodes. As we hear more about who will be back, we will include that news here. The Young and the Restless is looking forward to becoming the second soap opera to return to filming new episodes after Bold and Beautiful returned to the studio last week. The report explained that the producers on Young and Restless sent a letter to the cast and crew members advising them that preparations are underway on the expected start date on June 6. It is clear that this day has not been set, but a goal they are aiming for. Who made their first TV series in the US, with footage on Wednesday, June 17. However, CBS Soap was forced to cease production again, with plans to return tomorrow, Tuesday, June 23. Young and relentless actress Eileen Davidson left the reality series Bravo Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after season 7, and also withdrew from her busy schedule on CBS Soap, where she played Ashley Abbott, as well as from Days of Our Lives, where I played the role of Kristen DiMera. Now, she will reappear on the 10th day, according to a timely report, to consider a big teasing film between Brandi Glanville and Denise Richards, who happened to start appearing on her sister's soap. Young and relentless, bold and beautiful, like Shauna Fulton last year. On a recent Daily Dish podcast, Davidson was unaware of the rumors surrounding Glanville's teasing allegations that sex could occur between her and Richards, who married Aaron Vipers, and said, "I really do that, don't know what happened, I don't know if it happened." While the allegations were rumored at this time, the film between Glanville and Richards was greatly teased during previews, in which Richards became sad and threatened not to return to the show. When asked about issues between the two women on the podcast, Davidson sympathized with Richards and said, "I really felt for her. Because even though you log in here, it's not easy. And I'm not sure if she's prepared for all this, you know? I feel for her." In her appearance, which took place at the home of Kyle Richards, the soap opera star, CBS concluded, "It was a pleasure to see everyone. Kyle's house is very beautiful and it's a great party." Real Housewives of Beverly Hills airs on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. EST on Bravo. Check out your local listings so don't miss out. It looks like The Young and Restless will be coming back to production soon, following the lead currently set by sister soap Ball and Bip. According to Deadline's report, Y&R will be keeping an eye on Monday, July 6th. This is the scheduled start date to start filming new episodes. Carmen didn't join The Young and Restless for the whole year, so viewers might not remember the woman. Although some soap fans might recognize her portrait, Marissa Ramirez, from Gia's role in General Hospital, or even from her original role on Blue Bloods. The actress's working time on Y&R lasted from May 2006 to February 2007, and here is what you need to know about your character. Carmen Miesta is a freelance public relations consultant that kinda Chancellor hired to work at Abbott Cosmetics after a scandal broke out from face cream. Jack Abbott initially encountered Carmen, but was attracted to her and they fell in love one night. Later, Victor Newman hired Carmen to work at Newman Enterprises' new division, Beauty of Nature. While working at Newman, Carmen drew attention to Neil Winters, who was outside with his wife, Drusilla Winters. Although the couple only kissed, Drew was convinced that they were having an affair and broke into Carmen's room to cut her clothes with scissors. Carmen has a Drew band that she keeps ignoring, even attacking her body. This fight was recorded in a video that Phyllis Summers passed to Carmen so that she could make Drew in more trouble. Neil tries to act as a mediator, but Carmen refuses to listen and insists that the DA prosecute his opponent. Drew hired Michael Baldwin to act as her representative, and he asked Paul Williams to investigate Carmen's background. It turned out that at her previous job before coming to Geneva, Carmen had joined with a married executive and left after receiving a hefty payout. Michael faced information to try to bring her back, but she refused. On the opening night of Neil's jazz club, Indigo, Carmen's body was discovered behind the building. Although Devin Hamilton was initially arrested for crimes, there are many suspects and the last known criminal group is Jana Hawks. In order to keep the investigation of the Grudge Monument silent, Jana was permanently silent. So if you need to see who she is and what happened to her, we've got you covered. This character was first introduced in 1982 and was played by actress Patty Weaver until she left in 2009. Although she came back on Y&R in 2013, so who knows whether Gina may reappear in the future or not. Gina Romalotti arrived in Geneva after spending 5 years in prison and asked his brother, Daniel Romalotti, to help with the forthrightness and narrowness. He gave her a singing job at Jonas's restaurant, and when they decided to close, she bought the restaurant and changed her name to Gina's. She started dating Neil Finmore, but when his ex-wife, Joanna Manning, returned to town, Lauren wanted her parents to get back together and she broke up with Neil and Gina by exposing her criminal past. Gina's father, Brian Romalotti, became a homeless just recently released from prison, and Jill Abbott turned him into Rex to deceive Connie Chancellor. However, Rex and Kay fell in love and he changed his ways. But his former prisoner, Clint Radisson, appeared and flirted with Gina, persuading her to marry him. After the plan to replace Kenda with her appearance was revealed and he was in prison, Gina turned to Kay's son, Brock Reynolds. They became close, but he left town on another mission to save the world. After Gina's father was shot by a thief, Daniel was attacked by a smuggler and needed a kidney transplant, and she was sad because she was not a donor. After Daniel recovered and took her son to the street, Gina kept in touch with him but refused to share any updates with Phyllis Summers, whom she hated. Gina also continued to run her restaurant, a famous hotspot of Genoese City, for many years. But in 2003, Gina was burned down, and with that, she also lost her home, upstairs. The fire was put out by Kevin Fisher, but fortunately, Colleen Carlton, whom he was locked inside, was rescued in time. Daniel returned home to help Gina regain life together, and she decided not to use her insurance to rebuild her restaurant, but instead worked as a manager at Cow Restaurant, City Athletics Club, Genève Street. She also lost her occasional boyfriend, John Abbott, to Gloria Fisher. After Kinda was said to be dead, Gina inherited some money, causing Clint to sniff around a bit. Gina hasn't been mentioned for years, but in 2013, returned to Geneva to attend Kinda's funeral and was trapped in Paul and Christine's wedding. Our channel.